Is Netanya Economy Tarok with NRP 5017251002. Okay, so what is hardness in mineralogy? Okay, hardness in mineralogy defined as minerals' resistance to scratch or abrasion by another material. It does not talking about strengthness, toughness, or resistance to breaking. A mineral may be very hard but still brittle. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the Mohs hardness scale. So this scale is developed by Frederick Mohs in 1812. This scale is more like a qualitative scale rather than a quantitative. So this scale is based on a simple principle, which is a harder mineral can scratch a softer mineral, while a softer mineral cannot scratch a harder mineral. Okay, so in the scale, there is a number which is 1 through 10, indicate only the order of hardness, not the actual difference in hardness between minerals. Okay, so the standard is 1 is talc, 2 is gypsum, 3 is calcite, 4 is fluoride, 5 is apatite, 6 is orthoclase feldspar, 7 is quartz, 8 is topaz, 9 is corundum, and 10 is diamond. Okay, so for example, quartz can scratch calcite, but calcite cannot scratch quartz because calcite is in scale 3 out of 10 and quartz is in scale 7 out of 10, which means quartz is more resistant than calcite. Okay, so because the Mohs scale is relatively qualitative, with that being said, although diamond is only 1 unit higher than corundum, this does not mean it's only slightly harder because the Mohs scale is not linear. Instead, the increases in hardness is approximately exponential. So therefore, the numerical difference between Mohs values does not represent equal intervals of hardness. Okay, so to determine a mineral hardness, we can use the scratch test. All you need to do is select two minerals or a mineral and a reference object, then attempt to scratch one surface with the other, and then observe whether a permanent scratch is produced, and repeat with minerals or objects of known hardness until the hardness range is determined. A true scratch is a permanent groove on the mineral surface, not merely powder left behind by the scratching material. So now, what a geologist is gonna do if they do not bring their Mohs scale when they're in the field? Now they can use a more common object such as fingernail, copper coin, knife blade or iron ball, steel vial, and glass plate, with each of approximate hardness is different. For example, fingernail is 2.5, copper coin is 3, knife blade or iron ball is 5 to 5.5, steel file is 6.5, and glass plate is 5.5. So let's say if a mineral can be scratched by fingernail, its hardness is less than 2.5. If it scratches glass, its hardness is greater than about 5.5. Or let's say quartz, which has a hardness of 7. easily scratch glass but cannot be scratched by a steel knife. Or calcite, which is hardness 3, can be scratched by a copper coin or knife.